Thanks for joining us for this episode of Take a Minute Tuesday. We're gearing up for a few days away from work, and we hope you enjoy the much-needed break. We'd like to take a moment to focus this week on staff well-being and self-care, which is applicable to all district employees. We'll jump right into the importance of well-being and self-care, but don't take it from us. Instead, listen to the advice from the 2020 National Teachers of the Year.
What are some of the ways that you practice self-care?
I don't. Oh boy.
That's definitely a skill I need to get better at.
Self-care is hard, especially in this profession.
However, my focus has been to get outside more, do more engagement with our environment.
Cranking up the tunes in the kitchen, cooking something delicious for my family.
There is more to life than just work, even if you really enjoy your career a lot like we do.
I don't grade papers at home. I don't check my email very much at home. And I'm a better teacher when I have established healthy boundaries with work and leave work at work.
So one of the ways that I practice self-care is being able to say no. Sometimes you have to be able to take a step back and refresh before going on to that next project.
1-minute meditations. I just close my eyes, take a deep breath, and try not to think too much about what happens. And when I open my eyes, I feel much better.
Try to turn your brain off and let it be quiet sometimes.
Disconnecting from technology and distractions and spending time with the people that I love the most.
Before you assist others with the oxygen mask, assist yourself first. I like to exercise and be with my family, but yeah, assist yourself before assisting others.
I think it's really important to give myself the time to be creative. Even actually really digging in and researching is creative for me.
I play piano in the evenings. I read a book. I try to take time that is both being still and also being active.
Spending time in prayer, practicing yoga, or even spending time outdoors, like going boonie stomping around the jungles of Guam.
Fresh air and movement are key to restoring my sanity and perspective.
I get up before anybody in my family when it's still dark outside, and I go to the gym on some mornings, or I go just sit and have some quiet time to myself.
Or I am going for a walk, or I'm reading a book, or I'm taking a nap on the weekend.
I practice self-care by traveling. Sometimes it's good to get out of our bubble.
My best mode of self-care is to learn from my students. I've learned patience. I've learned empathy. I've learned the latest dance move.
To reach out to other teachers, share experiences, and have somebody to bounce ideas off of. It rejuvenates you and helps you reignite that passion for teaching.
Remember, self-care is not about self-indulgence. It's about self-preservation. The impact of the pandemic on educators has been significant. Many factors, including social isolation, stress, health and safety, and the interruption of basic needs, have contributed to educator well-being, both directly and indirectly. Extensive research tells us that being connected in meaningful ways is essential to human health and survival. Educators are faced with a plethora of new challenges, learning new technologies, adjusting to teaching remotely, often juggling caring for their own children or other loved ones. This leads to significant stress. Teachers report their number one worry is the safety of vulnerable students. Finally, coping with illness, death, or the fear of yourself or a loved one getting sick, especially as positivity rates climb, weigh heavily on all of us. The good news is we can take action to prioritize our personal well-being. Here are a couple examples of actions you could take. First, take a few minutes to explore what self-care is. Then, consider completing the self-care inventory to consider all areas of self-care: physical, psychological, spiritual, emotional, social, and professional. Finally, reflect on what you find. Are you adequately addressing your personal needs? How could you adjust your routines to do so? What plans will you make? Here are 10 tips to support teacher well-being. We feel with minor adjustments, these tips are applicable to any district role. Reconnect to your purpose. Adopt a growth mindset. Focus on kindness and gratitude. Create clear boundaries. Set up effective debriefing and mentoring structures. Establish good sleep habits. Build up your emotional resilience. Keep focused on your goals. Reward yourself, and build new connections and relationships. There is great power in reflection and setting small, achievable goals or action steps. This is all part of self-awareness and self-management, two of the CASEL SEL competencies. Take a few minutes to reflect on what you learn and how you can apply the learning to your daily activities. We don't need to do everything all at once. Making minor adjustments can have significant positive impacts. Our district educators are better equipped to serve students and families when our own needs are prioritized. The resources shared today are another example of the Iowa Department of Education Return to Learn, SCVH, and Equity resources referenced last week. You could complete the entire well-being and self-care module, which is full of additional resources, in about 30 minutes or less. Perhaps set this as your immediate action step. All resources can be found at the Iowa DE site or linked here. Finally, we would like to end today by celebrating the efforts each of our district staff members have displayed over the last several months. This has been a very challenging year, yet we continue to see our staff rise to the challenge and deliver high-quality educational opportunities for all of our students. Make families and students feel warm and welcome, and all of our staff feel supported. Please know we appreciate every one of you and extend gratitude for all you do every day. Enjoy the much-needed break. That's all for today. We'll see you next time.